Hey, remember that time we were invited to that mysterious island for that martial arts tournament?
Oh yeah, with all the weird, unique fighters.
Yeah, that really escalated pretty fast.
Tell me about it. I killed that guy.
That's right, you ripped his heart out and showed it to him.
Yeah. I should probably be in jail.
Yeah, you probably should be. Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we are watching Enter the Dragon from 1973, starring the legendary Bruce Lee. So, Bill, what did you think of Enter the Dragon?
This movie's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. It's also like extremely weird and like very of its time in some ways.
Oh, definitely. Like you could tell this movie was made during the height of like the kind of the early Bond movies.
Yeah.
It's very inspired by that. But this movie also inspired so much else.
It very much did, like countless things, but yeah, it is a really cool movie, and stars Bruce Lee. He's a legendary icon.
It's the last movie he ever finished.
Yeah,
The only movie he ever made in the West.
yeah, which is crazy to think about because it's like I thought he did more than that.
He
But
only
it's
made
like,
4 movies.
yeah,
He made 4.5 if you count Game of Death.
yeah, but Enter the Dragon is pretty much the inspiration for Mortal Kombat.
Among others.
Yes.
But especially that first Mortal Kombat movie owes a lot to this movie.
Yes.
Like a lot. When I first watched Enter the Dragon, I was sitting there being like, holy crap, Mortal Kombat just ripped this off. Just so much of this off.
Beat by beat, like the weird boat, like
Going to the mysterious island for the tournament. You got a couple different players,
yeah.
all with their kind of their own motivations.
You literally have like a guy that is pretty much Johnny Cage in the movie. Guy Roper. He's got like all the suitcases and everything.
Yeah, they don't draw attention to it. He just has them.
Yeah.
Difference is he's not a movie star. He's like a gambling addict.
Yeah. I think I forgot the name of the other guy.
Williams.
Williams. Yeah, he like mentions like you got enough stuff or something at one
Yeah.
point, but yeah, it's a very cool movie and kind of a little bit of a strange setup because it begins with I guess like the main character. They never say his first name. He's just Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just Lee. Let's face it. He's Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
Probably. You just say he's playing himself. I don't know.
it's Bruce Lee. This actually happened in real life.
This was a documentary.
Yes, it was filmed in real time.
He's a Shaolin warrior who gets approached by, I guess, the British government.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense because
I'm assuming he's living in Hong Kong, so I guess.
we're
Yeah.
close enough. British have a stake in China at this point.
Well, I'm just going to assume it was Hong Kong
Yeah,
because he did Hong Kong cinema.
yeah, and I guess like part of the problem was like the island that the bad guy is occupying is like partially in British territory.
Yeah, he's some kind of drug lord, human trafficker,
Yes.
and they need him to go undercover for them because he's been invited to the tournament.
Yeah, it's weird though because at the beginning of the movie, it's like kind of he has this reluctance because he gets invited to the tournament. They're like, it's a great honor. He's like, well, it's not really my time to go to the tournament.
Yeah.
But then like the next scene is like him talking to the British guy and being like, okay, I'll go.
Then, of course, he finds out, oh, by the way, some of that guy's men killed your sister.
Yeah,
And he's like, what?
yeah, yeah. That big guy with the scar.
Yeah, that guy. Got that scar the day he caused your sister to kill herself.
Yeah, which is like, was that old guy talking to him his father or?
I don't know.
Yeah, because like I was like very confused. It's like, is that his father? Or is that just like his teacher? Like,
I don't recall him
yeah,
calling him anything, so I don't know.
just some guy.
I'm sure the information's out there.
Yeah. But yeah, so Bruce Lee has to go on this like secret mission, sort of, to find out exactly what's going on with this island to kind of notify the British, like,
Because they know
Hey.
this stuff is happening. They can't prove it, though.
yeah,
Because they found like a body that was like this. We're pretty sure this was a trafficking victim. Also, she didn't drown. She died of an overdose.
Yeah.
Of heroin or something.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, there's a lot of James Bond in this. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
like Bruce Lee's wearing like the suit, talking to like the British guy. You know, he kind of like surmises like how the girl died before like the British guy looks at the report and stuff.
It's very evocative of Bond getting his briefing in the beginning of the old Bond movies. Hell, later on in the movie, it's not Bruce Lee's character, it's that Roper guy getting led around the villain's like nefarious lair and showing all his various evil deeds.
Yeah.
That's so Bond. That felt so Bond.
It's weird too because like the villain in this movie kind of
He's
has
a Bond villain. He's got a white cat at one point.
he does, and he has like a weird gimmick where he doesn't have like a hand.
Yeah, he's got a Bond villain gimmick too.
Yeah.
Man, tragically, like this movie's called Enter the Dragon, and I imagine the idea / hope would have maybe to do like a bunch of these.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bruce Lee tragically died young before the movie even came out.
Yeah.
Like a month before the movie came out or something like that.
Crazy.
Very sad. But man, there's another universe out there probably
Yeah.
where there's like 5 of these, and they're all freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's like Enter the Dragon, Return of the Dragon,
Revenge of the Dragon.
Dragon Forever.
I'm thinking of like all the Pink Panther titles: Revenge of the Dragon, Return of the Dragon, The Dragon Strikes Back, The Dragon Strikes Again.
Yeah. Just a bunch.
Oh yeah, and they'd all have to have the dragon in the title.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee made sure of that. The movie originally had some other potential title, like Blood and Steel, or just something weird like that. And he's like, "Nah, let's call it Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Let's name it after me."
It's pretty cool.
It's a good title.
It's a great title. Like, man, but this movie, like, you know, seeing like the martial arts and stuff and like seeing like Bruce Lee, it's like, man, like he was like so incredibly like cut with his like physique.
Yeah.
It's like insane how he like looked and just how strong he was too.
The biggest takeaway I had, especially like later in the movie, like, you know, you see it a little bit in like the tournament fights, but when it's on, that dude was so fast.
Yeah.
Like, so fast. I've heard stories how like Bruce Lee is so fast they had to slow film down just to be able to like make it so people could see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool. You know, I guess like some of like the more iconic stuff in this movie is like, you know, kind of like the beginning of the movie when he's like talking to the one kid about like anger and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I forgot like exactly the line is, but like you know it when you hear it. It's just like
I said emotional content, not anger.
that line. Always you hear it.
Also in the beginning, that he's fighting. I think it's that martial artist Sammo Hung. I don't butchering the name.
Yeah.
And they're having almost like a proto MMA fight.
Yeah, kind of, because they kind of do have like the gloves on.
And they're doing like martial arts moves, but also grappling moves.
Yeah. It's very cool and interesting. It's also like, you know, it's got a lot of those, and I guess this was just like a maybe kung fu movie staple, but those like very like sharp zoom ins on like people's faces.
That
with
might have
that,
been a staple.
Yeah.
Whether it was before or after this, I don't know. But that's very classic
But that, like-
martial arts movie.
that like 70s music too.
No, it was the style at the
Yeah.
time.
You know, it's like this movie has like a very particular sound that is like
Yes.
of that era.
There's moments of timelessness and there's moments of this is the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, you see that like I think this was like a Warner Brothers movie, and it's
Yes.
got that like weird logo with
Warner
like
Brothers
the
was-
dots and
Yeah, the
things,
weird old Warner Brothers logo from
Yeah.
the 70s, yeah.
It's like presented in hypercolor. It's like, what does that mean?
Who knows?
Yeah, but you know, it's funny because this movie inspired Mortal Kombat. It also kind of inspired Street Fighter too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because like I was thinking about it, and it's like, you know, just like in general, it's like, oh, the mysterious organization, you know, sneaking into a base, like martial arts tournament. I'm like, this is also like Street Fighter as well. It's like
This movie's got far-reaching influences, man.
it's so weird that like Bruce Lee is definitely the inspiration of Liu Kang,
100%.
but like he is also the inspiration of Ryu in some ways as well.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Especially because, like, they're both shredded.
yeah. But it is interesting how like you know, on the island everybody's wearing their like, you know, karate uniforms.
But he won't.
No,
He's like, nah, I'm not putting that on.
yeah, he's like, I got my own uniform.
It's like, I'm not wearing that. Screw you.
Yeah. It is funny too, because like he just like effortlessly like fights everybody, but he still does get like messed up.
Yeah, he gets
Like,
cut up and punched and bruised and stuff.
yeah, he's not like invincible,
No.
but I mean, he does that one fight with like the big guy. I think like O'Malley or whatever, where he
You got the scar?
yes,
O'Hara.
O'Hara. I knew it was like some Irish name.
Apparently that role was offered to Chuck Norris, but he was like, "Look, I lost to Bruce Lee once on film. I don't need to do it again."
Yeah. Yeah, you always remember that one movie where Bruce Lee fights Chuck Norris and he rips out the chest hairs. I'm like, ah!
It's okay. Probably didn't do it for real.
Yeah.
You'd hope.
I don't know. These guys were crazy back then.
This is true. We're talking about like the 70s, 60s.
Yeah. But that fight with that O'Hara guy is pretty good. You know, he just like effortlessly beats him every time, and then like O'Hara immediately resorts to like dirty tactics. He's got like the cool like flip kick at one point.
A lot of good it doesn't because Bruce Lee just kicks the crap out of him.
Yeah. And then
He dishonors himself.
yes. And then he stomps him to death with like the big jump and like the close up on his like face.
He kind of immediately was like, "Oh, maybe I went too far. Oh, he did kill my sister."
Yeah.
He's very conflicted.
Yeah, it is funny how like, you know, one of the biggest moves like to kill people in this movie is like he just like jumps on them, and it's like, yeah, you know what, that would be really effective at killing people probably.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, that's like a move you would never see like in a Marvel movie where like Captain America like hits somebody and then he jumps up and like just crushes their rib cage to death.
Oh God.
That would be cool though.
Never will happen.
No, definitely not.
I mean, granted, sometimes he kicks people like 40 feet in the air and they're probably dead.
Probably are.
I was thinking about it when I was watching it. There's a scene, I think it was like the first night everybody's there, where like the one lady is basically bringing around a gaggle of prostitutes, I guess.
Yeah.
And they bring it to the Williams, and he's like, "I'll take that one, and that one, and that one." And I'm like, "Man, Rush Hour ripped that joke off."
Take her in the pink too. Oh yes. And let me get her, hey baby. And then I'm gonna have her. Can I get her too?
Yeah. I like the line where he's just like,
If I missed anyone, it's been a big day. I'm a little tired.
like, he picked like 4 ladies that he was gonna be with that evening.
And Roper picked the head lady, and she's like, "All right."
Yeah.
There's that really messed up moment at the end when he just sees her dead body, and he's like, "Ah, shit."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh shit, she died. How did that happen?"
This happened.
That just happened.
Like Bruce Lee, he like, you know, picks. There was like another agent there as well,
Yes.
and he immediately like picks her out, and he's like, I want the lady that threw this.
Yeah, because they gotta coordinate,
Yeah.
get stuff done.
Yeah. Sneaks into the base all Metal Gear Solid style.
He's got his James Bond spy suit on.
Yeah. I do like how there's like the part where he sneaks in the one night. The bad guy's like, somebody was sneaking around last night.
Beat up all my guards.
Yeah. He picks the wrong guy. Williams
Yeah.
kills him.
Because he was outside, and like one guard did see him, but he was just kind of chilling. He just wanted some
Yeah.
fresh air. Man was just taking a walk.
Yeah. But then like the next night he sneaks in, like he goes to the secret door and they put like a snake on the secret door, which I'm like, did they put that snake there or was that snake just there? And he just like grabs the snake.
Uses it pretty effectively.
Yeah.
And then we got probably one of the funner action scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Man, once he gets his hands on some like nunchucks and stuff, oh my God, it's over.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think this is the movie that scared Britain away from nunchucks.
That's so stupid.
As I know, it was Bruce Lee that caused the UK to ban nunchucks. Why you couldn't get this? You couldn't see Michelangelo twirl nunchucks in the Ninja Turtle cartoons. Why they had it? Part of the reason why they were called the Hero Turtles. That's another lasting effect of Bruce Lee, and whether it was this movie or some of his other movies, was Britain became very scared of 2 sticks tied together.
Man.
I mean, granted, Bruce Lee knew how to use some damn nunchucks.
Yeah.
And it's freaking awesome.
It is awesome. Man, I can only imagine like back in this like 80s or 90s and like the British Parliament are just like the biggest threat to our nation is nunchucks and ninjas. Like some ladies like, somebody think of the children.
Oh, somebody please think of the children.
Yeah. Man. So funny.
Oh God. But it was also during that scene that Bruce Lee KOs Jackie Chan.
Yes.
Apparently, he's a couple different henchmen throughout this movie, but the only moment I know for sure is like he like jumps behind it. Bruce Lee grabs it, a bear hug, immediately gets the crap kicked out of him, gets his neck snapped off screen.
Yeah. It's like blink and you'll miss it. It's like, is that Jackie Chan? It was Jackie Chan. Back when Jackie Chan was working his way up.
Yeah, we never did get that. Man, imagine the team up movie that these two could have made again.
Oh man, that would have been pretty cool.
It would have been something. Jackie Chan became a legend in his own right.
Yeah, definitely. So like Bruce Lee kind of paved the way for like Jackie Chan
Oh,
in
absolutely.
some ways. Yeah,
Definitely. They're they've both kind of forged different styles. Like Bruce Lee was very much the I'm shredded, I'm gonna just wreck all your shit, and Jackie Chan's like I'm kind of a slapsticky everyman, but I'm also gonna kick the crap out of you.
yeah. Like it's very different because like Bruce Lee's fighting, it's very like precise.
Oh yeah, he's like one punch you down, one punch you down, one punch you down.
Where like Jackie Chan's fighting is like it seems like he's like making mistakes, but those mistakes are like beating you up at the same time. He's like using the environment and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's like fumbling his way through the fight, but it's like amazing.
Jackie Chan found a way to somehow be like if the Three Stooges knew martial arts.
Yeah.
Where it's like this elaborate slapstick, but also really cool martial arts fight.
Yeah.
Like he somehow manages to do like he could do like the Bruce Lee style, just like I'm just a pure ass kicker. But he can also just do that ridiculous, just like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm kicking your ass while doing it.
Yeah. But like Bruce Lee, like the way he was, it was almost like he was like superhuman at some points.
Kinda.
Like it's like speed and precision and just like so effortlessly. Like he fights like 50 guys in this movie, or maybe that's an exaggeration, but there's that scene where he's like running through the hallway and he's just like constantly like smacking dudes like
that's
all over
crazy.
the place. It's also, it's pretty cool to see a hero that's like a violent murderer sometimes too, because he does like stomp a lot of people to death and snaps necks and cracks backs. Oh my god, he cracks that one guy's back. Like, jeez. And then, he fights the big guy at the end. The main boss guy, which I forgot his name, but Han. Yeah, he has
Han?
this like fake hand. He has like a Wolverine claw at one point.
Yeah, he's got like the wooden one, and he loses that, and he gets the metal one.
Yeah.
Cuts Bruce Lee up quite a bit with that, and then they have like the very iconic fight in the Hall of Mirrors.
Yes.
Which that's crazy.
Yeah.
That scene's impressive just on a technical level because they've all these mirrors and all this stuff. You don't see cameras.
No.
That must have been very difficult to do. These days it's just like we just paint it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
But that was like they had to be very precise with that.
They had to do it for real.
Yeah. And it looks cool. It's very disorienting.
Yeah.
There's moments where I'm like, I think that wasn't nope, there he is. Oh, wait. Oh, no, there he is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a really good, like, visual effect,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's been ripped off and homaged quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, like,
John Wick movies seem to really like their whole mirror maze, glass maze things.
That's true. A lot of movies owe a lot to Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
But
That's how you know what movie's like legendary when it's decades later. It's still just being inspiring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny too because like just going back, like he's in his spy outfit, but then like he gets his shirt ripped off because.
No, he gets one rip on the shirt, and,
then he's
"All
just
right."
it's like, let's do this.
And then it's like, it's on.
Yeah. It's like might as well be comfortable.
It's like, well, I did all those crunches for a reason.
Yeah. But yeah, it's such a good movie, and
they got before he has the final fight. There's the big everyone fighting scene where all those kidnapped hobos are suddenly really good at martial arts.
well, I thought they said they were like drunks and stuff, but I thought they were maybe like Shaolin monks or something that were kidnapped, but
It doesn't matter.
they don't really explain it.
There's a couple lines and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
It lets for chaos. You know what? I like it because you know what? All the bad guys are wearing white. All the good guys are wearing black. We can tell them all apart.
Yeah,
So we know who's supposed to get punched.
Indeed.
So, Bruce Lee and Roper, they're all just kicking the people in the white. You're like, oh, yeah, they beat up all the guys in the martial arts gis. They're the
Yeah.
bad guys. They work for the crazy man.
Yeah.
The evil man who kidnaps people.
Which, like, I guess, like, his whole thing was, like, he was, like, telling Roper his plan because it's like, I'm kind of hoping you would help me sell drugs in America. It's like, oh.
Also, I killed your friend. What?
Yeah. It's like, I killed your friend, so now we can be friends, right?
That's not how that works.
It's like, oh, damn.
I always get that confused.
Yeah.
Don. Well, will you be my friend?
Well, I guess I'll just kill you, too.
You, kill Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to.
It's gonna hit me really hard, and, like, a lot of times.
He'll jump on me.
Yeah.
And it won't be nice.
Yeah, that's true. He might jump on your chest and crush your heart to death. But, yeah, I have to watch more of his movies. I think
too.
I've only seen, like, I've seen Enter the Dragon a couple times now, but
Yeah, I've seen clips of some of the other movies, but I
Yeah.
need to sit down and watch them.
yeah, definitely, because, Bruce Lee is pretty cool. He's kind of like the, I guess, like, grandfather of, like, a lot of the modern action movies and stuff. Like, he started a lot of the trends that most movies have copied.
Yeah,
So,
he caused a lot of trends. Mysterious islands, banning of nunchucks, yellow tracksuits.
that's true. Banning of nunchucks. You're like, I don't even live in Britain, but I'm pissed off about it.
To be fair, I think all that stuff is in the past, but it's so stupid that happened.
That was the worst decision Britain made until Brexit. But anyway. Well, I guess with that being said,
Watch Enter the Dragon. It's a legendary martial arts movie. It's really cool. Bruce Lee's really cool.
yes. And I guess that's the Out of Touch podcast for this week. Good night.
Why do we have different chairs?
Shut up, that's why.